Some of us get lucky and we only have to deal with one autoimmune condition our whole life. Others of us have all these conditions and they just keep going on and on from one condition to another. And it's like a never-ending cycle of conditions. And you're wondering if it's ever going to stop, if you're ever going to reach a point of healing in your life, or are you going to be medicated for the rest of your life? And it's just like, a never-ending cycle. And then you deal with circumstances around you that even elevate these conditions and make them a lot worse. And there was a point where I realized that, I am just going down this road of developing more and more conditions, and my circumstances are not getting better either, because I was dealing with a lot of people around me that did not want to see me win. And they were doing everything in their power with so much desperation and effort in order to see me completely destroyed on my knees, because they knew that if I shared the truth about how I was treated and how they did me in the wrong way, it would have spread like wildfire. So in these situations, it puts the body in shock. And when you're done in a very wrong way, where you're completely victimized in a situation, where one person manipulates everyone to go against you, it leaves the body in shock. And you have no one. And you have no one to share your symptoms with. Your friends wouldn't understand. They would think autoimmune is just something you just live with, right? And I was in that state. I was losing my mind. I was going from panic attack to panic attack. I was afraid to drive on the freeway. I mean, I'm the most adventurous person, the most fun person you'll ever meet. But here's someone that went through this experience where my body was in shock, and now I'm all of a sudden afraid to drive on the freeway, where I felt dizzy out of nowhere. I just felt out of control. And a lot of it was coming from those feelings of being unsafe, knowing that I couldn't just go down the road and someone would catch me when I fell. I couldn't just go to a neighbor's house and have a friendly conversation. And that feeling of unsafe had left me in a very uneasy space in my body, which caused a lot of these symptoms and the anxiety and the panic attacks to be nonstop. And out of nowhere, I would just start sweating. I would just lose my mind. And then I had to bring myself back to balance again. One of the ways I did that, I used a lot of ice water. And ice water kind of just calmed me down, brought me to a place of homeostasis, and then I could function again. The other thing I did was I rested on my back and I put my knees up and in a tabletop position. This allowed the blood flow to go to my brain and allow me to have my conscious back again. Other times I just breathed in and through my nose. And this allowed me to gain that movement again within my mind and my mouth and my gut. And it just helped me gain that control back again. So a lot of us know that you are not going insane. We live with these conditions and we're highly sensitive to everything that happens around us. And when something traumatic happens, when it's a complete tragedy and there are several people going at you at once, it makes you feel unsafe. Anytime you are feeling unsafe, you are triggered into the anxiety and the panic attacks and almost feeling like you're losing your mind. I hope this helped you, and I hope you can join my community at Healveda Health, where we provide a safe and healing place for you to restore your stability.